Let's take a quick break to talk about some of the terms and ideas that are being referenced in this video, including sex, gender, and transition. When we discuss sex characteristics, we're usually talking about three things: genitalia, chromosomes, and hormones. We usually think of sex as a male-female binary. However, variations in genitalia, hormones, and chromosomes mean that some people cannot be described as simply male or female. The descriptive term for these people is intersex, and depending on how many specific variations you include, between 1 in 100 and 1 in 2,000 people are born intersex. When a baby is born, a doctor or nurse usually looks at their genitals and announces that they are a boy or a girl. Intersex people prove that this binary does not always work. But even for people who are not intersex, this can get complicated. We tend to strongly associate someone's gender with their assigned sex at birth, when in reality, this is not always the case. Gender identity involves one's internal sense of gender. Some people grow up feeling comfortable with the sex they were assigned when they were born. These people are cisgender, or cis for short. The cis prefix means on the same side as. In other words, their gender identity is on the same side as their assigned birth sex. Others grow up feeling discomfort with the sex they were assigned. It might be severe discomfort, known as gender dysphoria, or a nagging sense that their gender identity doesn't fit with their assigned sex. These people might call themselves transgender, or trans for short. We often, correctly, associate the term transgender with people who transition from male to female or female to male, from one side of the gender binary to the other. But the word transgender is also a larger umbrella term that includes many other ways people describe and express their gender. One major subcategory is non-binary. Transgender people who describe themselves as non-binary don't fully or always identify as male or female. They may describe themselves as a mix of both genders or as a completely different third gender. Some non-binary people find that their gender identity fluctuates, or that they feel no persistent sense of gender at all. There are many more specific terms under these umbrella words, as trans people continue to find ways to better describe their experience of gender. Not all transgender people choose to or are able to transition. Among those who do transition, no two trans people do it the same way or at the same pace. Some will socially transition, which might include coming out to other people as trans, asking people to use a new name and or pronouns for them, and or dressing and presenting themselves differently. Some will medically transition using hormone replacement therapy and or may undergo gender confirmation surgeries. Younger trans people might use hormone blockers to delay puberty until they can decide whether or how they want to transition.